Joe Hadoba here from Salem Media Group Pittsburgh again. Just wanted to kind of post another video here in regards to something that's been happening to me a bit lately. It's kind of a get off my lawn rant, so don't take too much offense to it, hopefully. But if you do, okay, that's fine. But basically, something that's been happening to me lately is when I have conversations with people in regards to their digital advertising, they talk about CPM, cost per thousand impressions. The problem is that what that ends up doing is commoditizing the market. And digital advertising is not a commodity. No matter what some people think that it is, it's just not. And I have three reasons why I don't think cost per thousand is as important as people make it out to be. Now, the thing is that most agencies, most companies, most reps, they all kind of play within a certain number of CPM as far as cost per thousand. But there's not a whole lot of difference. Some places you'll pay a little bit more, like $2-3 a thousand. Some you'll pay a little bit less. But the reason why there are three reasons why I don't think that it's a commodity. Number one, frankly, the hour that I took developing a unique strategy and formulating the different tactics that one of my clients needed. And on top of that, figuring out the messaging. What a lot of people don't understand is that you only have like this much space on a website to get your point across, to set your brand up, and to actually tell people what solution you offer them to the problems that they have. It's a core piece within all advertising, whether it's radio, TV, billboard, web, it doesn't matter. Your message is still the core important thing that has to get across to build trust, to build familiarity, and eventually build a client base. Number two, not every rep or digital company thinks through the psychographics and the human behavior of a buying cycle for a customer's client or client's customer. Many reps, they set it up and, oh, yeah, well, what's your demographic? Male, female, 35 and older, they make more than $50,000 or $75,000. And that's all good stuff and need to know, but that's kind of where a lot of people stop. And they don't want to take the time to understand, the psychographics of either a niche or a segment of the population. Like, we always talk about the differences in the generations right now. The baby boomers to the Gen Xers to the millennials. Well, there are important things in each of those groups that make them buy. They may still buy the same product, but they still need to be sold to and advertised to in a different way to motivate them to move on. See, I specialize in the Christian and conservative niche. Well, the reason why somebody who's a Christian will buy a product, there are actually some particular requirements that have to happen before a large group of our population and our community actually acts on that service. And if you miss that, then you're toast. You're just not going to develop the brand. You're not going to develop the client base that you want to within that community and within that audience. And it's the same for the liberal crowd. It's the same for the death metal crowd. There's certain things that they need to see in order for you to do business with them. And so you got to make sure, whether it's with me or with anybody else, you got to make sure you understand the audience. And number three, follow-up, reporting, and adjustment. One of the issues that I've found since we've started our digital services and added them on to our radio services is that many of the times my clients who already do digital, they don't see their digital reps very often. And that's a problem. Times change and strategies change, and there's all these moving parts. And if you're not in consistent contact with your client, then you lose something. On top of that, they don't know what their advertising is doing for them. Now, click-through rate is important. It's a tried and true, obviously this is how many people are coming to my website because of the impressions that I get. But that's not the only thing within digital advertising that you figure out what the advertising is doing for you, whether it's working or not. And they don't know if they need to adjust their strategy mid-campaign. I just spent an hour and a half redeveloping some keywords and developing some new keywords and changing up some tactics with one of my clients because some things were underperforming. And so, personally, I take time each month to make sure that my clients are getting what has been promised and having it work as efficiently as possible. So yes, there's a little bit of a get off my lawn talk because I've been asked about CPM one too many times before I have had any other conversation about what would help a person's business. And so yeah, I say bah humbug to CPM. There's way more to digital advertising, and frankly, any kind of advertising, than that. So if you think that paying $2 more per thousand is too much to handle and there's really no difference, that's fine. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to that person that knows that there is a difference when you buy from a professional or when you buy from somebody who's just trying to sell something. If that's you, and you're sitting in this digital world and you're throwing money out the window every single month and you're not sure what's going on, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you. If I can help you, great. If not, that's fine too. I'm here to help. Joe Hudobah, Salem Media Group in Pittsburgh again. Talk to you soon. Bye.